everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be talking about a brand new movie that is now streaming on Amazon Prime. It's called The Pickup, and it stars Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson and Keke Palmer. There's a reasonable cast here, and you know, Murphy's 65 now. He's a veteran talent, and you know, some people have said, Murphy's looking a bit fuller, Murphy's looking a bit sluggish, Murphy's looking a bit tired, but I didn't really get that with this film. Murphy is kind of playing his age, yet he's young enough to handle the action, and for me, he was okay. It's not one of Murphy's greatest performances, but there are a lot of jokes thrown in. It has that caper comedy feel, and if you're just looking for some light entertainment one night, you really can't go wrong with The Pickup. It's not great, it's not terrible, it's just middle of the road. And sometimes a middle of the road film is all you need on streaming. I think if you paid the ticket price in a theatre, you may walk away a little bit disappointed, but on a streaming service, this is a fairly solid outing for Murphy, and it does offer some rather unusual chemistry that at times shows some promise. So yes, it's a little bit of an odd pairing from the standpoint that Murphy is more than twice Pete Davidson's age, but you know, it's kind of like the master and apprentice on the job. Now, this is a movie about a couple of armoured truck drivers played by Murphy and Davidson, and Murphy tries to read Pete Davidson the riot act at the start of the film and really tell him that he has to take his lead and behave himself on the job. And the two of them find themselves in this unexpected circumstance, and at about 25 minutes into this thing, it really moves into full throttle terrain. What happens is these guys, these ruthless criminals, come out of nowhere and they decide to ambush their armoured truck. And when this happens, Murphy springs into action and Davidson's driving the truck, and there's all sorts of happenings here that aren't exactly predictable, but they're rather entertaining. It's well shot, and I think at this point, that's when I got totally invested in the film. And then there's a little bit of a connection to Davidson's past. He recently had a one-night fling with Keke Palmer, and it just so happens one of the criminals trying to get to this van is Keke Palmer. So that's why they had that little bit of a setup at the start with Davidson. So the first 25 minutes or so are a little bit shaky, but then you settle in with this action set piece. You know the stakes are high, and you're eager to find out what is really going on. So on that note, I'll say it doesn't really tread fresh ground, but what it does, it doesn't do too bad. And it's hit and miss, but it's still watchable. And it's often watchable because of Murphy. And what I will say is that it's not just a Murphy solo vehicle. It's kind of catering to Pete Davidson's fan base as well. So Murphy's like the engine room and the veteran, but Pete is this young comedian that has a bit of popularity at the moment. So teaming these two up, I guess, in some ways, with Pete Davidson having that popularity today and Murphy being such a veteran, it does offer an interesting team up. But really, if you're an Eddie Murphy fan, I would say definitely check this out. I mean, it's not Murphy at his peak. He's a lot older now. It's a different type of Murphy, and he still has some fun. You can tell that he knows that he's in a movie that's a caper comedy. It has a bit of a budget. It's offering action, it's offering comedy, and it's an opportunity for him to work with a young comedian. He's seizing the moment, he's trying his best, and the film, for the most part, just feels like maybe a throwback to the 90s in some ways. So as far as Eddie Murphy goes, he's been in a lot of streaming movies in recent years. Last year he was back as Axel F in the new Beverly Hills Cop, and here he's back in an action comedy that is trying to do something a little bit different. This is an unusual pairing, and it doesn't quite work, but it's not a complete disaster. The film has a little twist with Keke Palmer. It'll keep you watching. There are some great stunts in this film, and maybe the dialogue at times could have been a bit classier. So I don't think they'll be doing a sequel anytime soon with Murphy and Davidson. But, you know, as far as this type of movie goes, The Pickup does what it does. It entertains. I was entertained, and if you're looking for a laugh and some action, check it out, because Murphy's in the driver's seat, and when he's in the driver's seat, you're going to get a product. So it's not Murphy at his peak, it's Murphy different, and he's 65. You'll just have to accept that. And if I had to rate this film, well, you know, it's middle of the road. So it's probably worth about a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, it's not great, but it's an amiable time waster. And it's great to see Murphy back, and let's leave it at that.